We have not even entered into the calculation of the support nodes. Only main entry was over. So this main entry should be followed properly. Firstly, the structure is needed to be converted into a line diagram and indicating the joints with two boxes. In the smallest square box, we will enter the summation of the fixed moments at the joint. And fixed moments left side, this should be rotation factor for the first member, distribution factor, sorry, the corresponding fixed moments right side, the corresponding rotation factor. And then again, summation of the fixed moments on the left side, rotation factor on the right side, and the rotation factor. Okay, so in this way, these things will happen, and later we will write the fixed end moments for each span. Okay, from A towards B, from B towards A, from B towards C, from C towards B, from C towards D, from D towards C. So the complete application are generated like this, and the whole picture may appear like this, indicating the fixed end moments, rotation factors, and some of the fixed moments at the joints are entered in their appropriate places. So in their appropriate places as shown. The next step, the main process and the iteration process for the rotation contribution calculations. Okay, so the main step for calculating the rotation contribution. How much the rotation contribution, that M dash is there, right? So the rotation contribution quantity, how much it is coming. So those rotation contribution quantities I am calculating. Okay. Further, the rotation contributions can be determined by a successive iteration process as explained below. Okay. So repeated cycles of some process. Repeatedly we will do the same thing. With that thing only we will evaluate the corresponding rotation contributions. Okay. So the successive iteration process explained below. Since there is no rotation at the fixed end. See here, this point already we have observed as there is no rotation at the fixed end. The rotation contribution is also 0 at the fixed end. Okay. The rotation contributions at A and D also 0. And then rotation contributions at B and C, initially we are assuming them as 0 arbitrarily. Just roughly they may be 0. Like that I am assuming. Okay. So the rotation contributions at joints B and C, initially I am typing them as 0. Okay. Later we will develop. Firstly, at the fixed ends, rotation contribution is pakka 0 because there is no contribution. And for the remaining intermediate joints, initially I am considering rotation contributions are 0. Okay, next thing, these values will be improved in iteration cycle. This is the assumption, right? So this assumption will be removed and the proper values will come with the successive number of cycles. Now, firstly, I am considering joint B. Now, I am considering the joint B and applying our equation. So, we have got, so equation 6 are the general equation which is helping what? M dash BA is equal to U BA into summation of M F BA or summation of MFB, anything you can write. Because if you write BA again you will get confused. Summation of the fixed moments at B plus sigma M dash AB. Okay, so the rotation contribution at B towards A I am generating. Similarly, rotation contribution at B towards C also you can write the formula. So the formula is very important. Firstly, at joint B means at B. So rotation contribution at B towards A. Rotation contribution at B towards C. So M dash BA, M dash BC. Dash is for the rotation contributions, which is equal to U. What is there in the suffix? Suffix that will be there. Okay. So M dash BA is there. That's why UBA into sigma. So UBA into sigma MFB, because I am observing joint B. So summation of the fixed moments at the joint B plus rotation contributions of A towards B, C towards B. Like that we will add up. Okay. So original fixed moments and the corresponding rotation contributions. How much it is coming to B. How much quantity is coming to B. That much quantity in the response it will come and give as the contribution factors. So contributions. So M dash BA is equal to UBA into sigma MFB. M dash B or MFB, fixed end moment at B, or M bar. Same, M dash is for the rotation contributions. Okay. So sigma M dash AB. Similarly, for the BC span, M dash BC is equal to UBC bracket lo sigma MFB, because I am still there at joint B, plus M dash CB, summation of M dash CBs. Okay, so towards B, from as being as a farther end, B is a farther end, the corresponding contribution moments will add there. Okay, sum of the fixed end moments at B is equal to sum of the fixed end moments at B. In the previous step only we have calculated, that we have given in the smallest box. Okay, that is minus 77.37 kilonewton meter. That is fixed moment term. And then I am having one more term, rotation contributions at the farther ends. See here, M dash AB means at A towards B. What is the rotation contribution? That is this. So for B, AB is farther ends contribution, because I am at B. For me, A towards B is farther ends contribution. Again I am at B, and C towards B. Okay, at C towards B contribution is farther ends contribution. Okay, so the rotation contribution of the farther ends at A is equal to, this is being fixed, the rotation contribution is equal to 0, and at C, that I am considering it as equal to 0 as an assumption. Okay, so after getting this, the rotation contributions and all, you can calculate the total summation as fixed end moment at B and rotation contributions towards B from A and C. So summation of fixed end moments, rotation contribution of the farther ends, summation of the fixed end moments plus summation of the rotation contribution of the farther ends. Because why sigma MFB? Because it is involving MFBA plus MFBC. Again, what it is involving? Sigma M dash AB plus sigma M dash CB. M dash C towards B, M dash A towards B. Those two answers and these two answers. This is having two terms already calculated. This now having two terms. That's why sigma is indicated before. Okay. Now summing up all those terms at a time. Okay. As it is involving 2, it is involving 2. Summing up 4 terms we have added at a time, and I have got the corresponding answer as minus 77.37. But that is not my M dash BA. What is M dash BA? Multiplication of this particular quantity with UBA, that is my M dash BA. Multiplication of that particular quantity with UBC, that is my M dash BC. So M dash BA is equal to UBA into particular summation. M dash BC is equal to UBC into particular summation. So this UBA from the rotation factor table, we will calculate the particular answer, and I have got minus 1 by 6. And then UBC, B towards C, we have got the answer as minus 1 by 3. Okay, so after multiplication you have got 2 more values, that is minus 12.89 and plus 25.79. Okay, so these are the outputs for the rotation contribution at the joint B in the first cycle. Now those two values, that plus 12.89 and plus 25.79. Okay, these two is there. These rotation contributions at B towards A, at B towards C, what are the values that we have calculated? Okay, will be written below the horizontal line at their appropriate values as shown below. Okay, so the original structure is as it is, but already we have given B towards A, B towards C fixed moments right above the line. Below that particular place only we will calculate, write this rotation contributions at B towards A, rotation contribution at B towards C, M dash BA, M dash BC. So those two values as it is I have kept here. Now once we went inside, next step we will write as, now considering the next joint. And also we have already mentioned this thing, at a fixed D there is no contribution, right? So that value we have given. And I am considering the next joint. So BC, BC, BC. Like that we should have to simultaneously each joint we should have to solve. Okay. So now considering the joint C. As I am considering the joint C, the rotation contribution M dash CB, M dash CD will be determined using the formula. What is the formula? How many times is possible? Those many times you practice. M dash CB is equal to UCB into summation of the fixed end moments at C plus summation of the farther end moments at C. Far end moments for the C. This is M dash CB. Similarly, M dash CD U CD into sigma MFC plus M dash DC. Sigma is there, sorry. Sigma M dash DC. Okay. So, first thing, what are the fixed moments that we know? So, that MFC and MFC I know. So, the first step is rotation contributions will be determined as follows. The first thing is sum of the fixed moments at C. MFC is equal to sum of the fixed moments at C, that is the sigma MFC is equal to plus 69.17 which we have got in the previous step. Sum of the fixed end moment calculation, separate step we have done right before this, that is the C step. Okay, in that C step we have observed this 69.17, and then now I should have to give far end rotation contributions. Okay, far end rotation contributions. Now far end rotation contribution means now at B the value will be calculated. How much quantity at B towards C? Just now we have observed, right? See here, at B towards C. At B towards C I have got plus 25.79. That value I should have to write here, plus 25.79. And then at C towards B, still at D towards C, as it is a fixed end, at E, there is no rotation contribution from D towards C. Okay, so that is 0. And as we have already said, the summation of fixed end moments as it is involving MFCB, MFCD, and also I am adding M dash CD, M dash DC and M dash DC. Okay, those two answers we should have to write, and after summing up all these answers we have got some quantity, and that quantity needed to be multiplied with UCD or UCB. Okay, so when you have multiplying with CB, I will get M dash CB. When I am multiplying with CD, we will get M dash CD. Okay, the total quantity into M dash UCB or UCD will give the M dash CB, M dash CD answers. Okay, this M dash CB is equal to minus 23.74. M dash CD is equal to minus 23.74. Okay, after observing these same values, don't stop anything. So many cycles needed to be done. At which time you should have to stop, that I will say. Okay, so this is the first cycle. At B and at C we have calculated the rotation contributions. Now how we will write this? As like the previous step, here also we will write like this. See, M dash CB is equal to UCB into how much we have got as the summation, plus 94.96. Plus 94.96, and after summation we have got minus 23.74, and this is also minus 23.74. These two values, how we will write? So, these rotation contributions at C are written below the horizontal line at their appropriate values. At C towards B, rotation contribution. At C towards B, rotation contribution. At C towards D. These two values have entered like this. In this way, the first line, initially beam, joint indication, some of the fixed moments, rotation factor indication, all fixed end moments indication, and then the first joint we have observed and calculated the rotation contribution at B towards A, at B towards C, and then we have observed joint C. Again we have calculated rotation contribution at C towards B, and C towards D. Okay, so in this way the rotation contribution calculation and the fixed moment implementation was over. Again I am going into back to the joint B itself. Okay, so repeated cycles we have said, right? So that joint B I am doing. Now considering the joint B, what is happening? Since the rotation contributions of the far end members meeting at B are still unknown, so the rotation contribution of the far end members coming to B are still unknown, and they are simply approximate only we know. Okay, just a rough approximation we know. So the values of the contribution at joint B can be determined using again the equation. So again some more correction I am doing. So what are the corrections I can do? So Firstly, you should have to remember the formula. Formula is M dash BA is equal to U BA sigma MFB plus sigma M dash AB. Sum of the fixed moments at B, sum of the rotational contribution moments at B. Sorry, from the far end, at the far end. Okay. Now, sum of the fixed moments at B is equal. That value will not at all change. Whatever is the value that is there only. So that is 2770.37 kilonewton meter. And at A, the far end contribution moment is this sigma M dash AB is involving M dash AB plus M dash CB. So what it means, as I am at B, A is my far end. That's why M dash AB is equal to far end contribution, rotation contribution. M dash CB is far end rotation contribution at B from C. From C at B, rotation contribution. That is the far end rotation contribution. So the far end rotation contributions are at A, as from A towards B, the rotation contribution is still 0 because it is the fixed end. That's why at A it is 0 because of the fixed end. And then at C, because from the C towards B, what is the far end contribution? As we have calculated in the previous step, how much is the quantity we know, that much we will write. So at C this is minus 23.74 kilonewton meter. Now summing up all these quantities, sum of the fixed end moments, sum of the rotation contributions, sum of all these 4 quantities, because here itself it is involving 2 quantities. These are 2 quantities, M dash AB, M dash CB. Using all these things, I can calculate M dash BA, M dash BC. Okay, so M dash BA and M dash BC corresponding UBA and UBC. So M dash BA is equal to UBA into sum of all. M dash BC is equal to UBC into sum of all. So in this way we have calculated and substituted and evaluated for the corresponding numerical value. The next thing, as we have calculated 2 more numericals. Already we have given the rotation contributions at the nearer end. Okay. At B towards A, at B towards C, already I have calculated. But why? Why these values? As we have already said, repeated cycles we give is the accuracy. Okay, that accuracy we are getting with the cycles, and removing the old values we will write the new values, or striking off the old values we will write the new values. Okay, so these are the values we have got in the new step. Now, the values of the rotation contributions superseded the values which is plus 12.89 and 25.79 are obtained earlier. Hence, the values obtained earlier are struck off. After striking the values, plus 16.85 and plus 33.7 are entered as below. So, initial values are simply strike off, or you can leave as is, but we should have to say, we shouldn't add that. That is as it is there only. Okay, what is the quantity I have got? I should have to place at B towards A, contribution at B towards A, rotation contribution at B towards C. Okay, so this is another thing. So the joint is as it is. Now, keeping this structure as it is and going for the next joint analysis. So the next joint analysis is joint C. As it is, so the new values of the rotation contribution are determined, which is I explained as below. Firstly, sum of the fixed end moments at the joint C. Sum of the fixed end moments at the joint C is plus 69.17, and then rotation contributions and so from the far end, at the far end. Okay, rotation contribution at the far end. Rotation contribution at the far end. At B towards C, what is the rotation contribution? At D towards C, what is the rotation contribution? And this summation of the fixed element we have got, and sum of the fixed element at B towards C. So at B towards C is plus 33.7. At D towards C. So at D towards C, that is 0 being a fixed end. This you know, right? It is a fixed end. So summing up all these values, M dash BC, M dash DC, MF BC, MF DC. Okay, so MF CB, MF CD, M dash DC, M dash DC. Summation of all these quantities into U. What is your writing? UCB is equal to M dash C towards B. UCB M dash CB into this quantity. Summation of all these things. Because these two summation I have given as the first value. These two values just now only we have got at B towards the rotation contribution, at D towards the rotation contribution. So summing up all these quantities, we have got some quantity that was there in the bracket of UAB or UBC. So M UCB is equal to M dash CB. So rotation contribution at C towards B is equal to rotation factor at C towards B into sum of all these things. So M dash CB, and the summation has given me some value minus 25.72, and then M dash CD at C towards D, that is UCD is equal to plus 102.87, which is equal to minus 1 by 4 into 102.87 minus 25.72. Okay, so in this way these values are coming for us. As I said, once you have calculated one values and I will have repeated the cycle. Now at the joint C towards B towards D. Okay, at the joint C towards B towards D, we should have to write these values removing the previous values. So these values came. Now the previously determined rotation contribution is minus 23.74 and minus 23.74 are struck off, and the more correct values minus 25.72 and minus 25.72 written below the horizontal line at the joint C. So at the joint C below the horizontal line, striking the previous values, we are writing this. So these two strike values and these are the new values. From now this joint, these two values came. Again after completion this, we are going for the next cycle again at joint B. So considering the joint B. Now consider the joint B again. Summation of the fixed elements at B. So at B towards A, at B towards C, sum of the fixed elements MFBA plus MFBC, that quantity we have got, and then rotation contributions. So rotation contributions of the far ends. So for B, far end is A. So rotation contribution at the far end M dash AB. Rotation contribution at the far end M dash CB. Okay, so M dash AB, M dash CB. Okay, those values at A towards B, at C towards B. At A towards B, that quantity is always 0. M dash CB. In the previous step also we have got some more accurate value, right? So that value I am using which I has got from the previous step. See here. At C towards B, nearly accurate is minus 25.72. So that near value I am using. This 25.72 only I am using and calculating the next joint's answer. Okay. Now summation of all these things as it is involving fixed moment at B towards A, fixed moment at B towards C, and then far end contributions from at A towards B, at C towards B. So all these four quantities summation at a time has got some value. That value is minus 103.06. Multiplying it with UBC or sorry I meant B only, UBA, and UBA will give M dash BA. UBC, BC will give M dash BC. So the rotation contributions at the nearer end towards the far, okay, at the nearer end are these two values, and we have got these answers. Similarly, once I am getting this, again I will go to joint C. Now these values needed to be placed, right? So those placing. So these values I have got as plus 17.18 and plus 34.35. Removing the older ones, 16.85 and 33.70. We will place the new values 17.18 and plus 34.35. So 17.18, 34.35. So these values we have ended keeping the remaining structure as it is. Now after placing these values below the line, again we will go into joint C analysis. So now I am considering the joint C. Again sum of the fixed end moments at joint C. So at C towards B, at C towards D. Those sum of the fixed end moments MFCB, MFCD. Those two summation I am writing. And the far end contributions MF so fixed end moment values, and then the far end contribution. Far end contribution means at the far end towards this end. So as I am at the joint C, so M dash BC at the at B towards C. Similarly, at D towards C. At D towards C. These values we will write. Okay. So these two values summation we should have to write. And M dash at D towards C is always 0. M dash BC just only we have calculated. Okay. So I am writing all these values and adding up. We will get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Sum of all these 4 quantities will give the inside bracket quantity that I should have to multiply it with. Then I am writing about MCB. I should have to use UCB and the bracket quantity. MCD, sorry, M dash. Okay. These are not the support methods, still they are the contributions only. Okay, M dash CD. This is UCD into the quantity. Okay. So these summations we will use and the corresponding quantities. Okay. M dash CB, M dash CD. Okay, M dash CB is equal to UCB into the summation. M dash CD is equal to UCD into the summation. And substituting all the values, and we have got the rotation contributions at the near end of C. Rotation contribution at the near end C. Again, so I am keeping the things as like the previous step, removing the or striking off the older ones. We should have to enter the new values which we have got minus 25.88, minus 25.88 in the new step. Okay, so this minus 25.88 and minus 25.88, these values we have got, and we were writing below the horizontal line as it is for the rotation contributions. Now again I am repeating for the next cycle. How many cycles we do, that much accuracy we will get. Okay, only for the decimals and decimals also I am thinking. So again join B, some of the fixed moments at B and rotation contributions of the farther end, at farther end A, at farther end C. At farther end A is 0, at farther end C towards B is the quantity just now we have got from the previous step minus 25.80. Summation of all these things will give us the quantity in the bracket. Again M dash B towards A, M dash B towards C, UBA, UBC and the bracket quantity inside. So multiplication will give us the corresponding rotation contributions at the nearer end B towards A, at the nearer end B towards C, and replacing the older ones. Again we will write the new values, striking off the older ones and writing the new values 17.21 and 34.42. Okay, so this way we have entered and joined this as it is free, and then we are going for the next joint, that is joint C. Okay, in this joint C also again some of the fixed end moments, far end rotation contributions at B towards C, at D towards C, what are the values we should have to add, and all this summation is the value are inside the bracket, and the corresponding rotation contributions at the nearer end is equal to rotation factor into the sigma quantity, rotation factor into that sigma quantity, and we have got minus 25.90 and 25.90, like striking off the previous values and we are adding the new values. This 25.90 and 25.90 we are adding. So up to which cycle we should have to add? So how many cycles we should have to observe is observing the upper value and the lower value. Their difference should not be more. These two values should be somewhat nearer. Decimal, second decimal variation only should be there. So such a type of very lesser variation is there. Up to that we are going for the cycles. So from the particular locations above value, from the particular locations below value, those two are compared and we will stop the cycles. Okay, in this way I am feeling. So 17.18 and 17.21 0.03 variation and 13.35, so 0.07 variation. Here 0.02 variation. So that's why I am feeling that was okay. Second decimal variation only there. That's why up to that level I have stopped. So this variation is 0.03, 0.07, 0.02. So this second decimal variation only is there. That's why up to that level, after joining BC, BC, BC and BC. So once you started, that up to that support you should have to complete. Only one side that support you should have to not stop. Even though it is having very good delay change, maybe the same values will come. Okay. So up to that we are completing the cycles. Then thus we have determined reasonably accurate values of the rotation contributions. Okay, m dash BA, m dash BC, m dash CB, m dash CD. Those 4 values we have calculated as the final answers. See here, the final accurate answers may be the last outputs. So, those final 4 accurate answers we have observed, and in general, okay, the final end moments are easily determined. Okay, how we can calculate the final end moments? In our method of Canis, starting itself we have given the support moment calculation using the fixed end moments, near end contribution, far end contribution. Using these 3 terms, you can calculate the original support moments. Yes. So, in general, for any member, the final end moment at the nearer end, final end moment at the nearer end, is equal to fixed end moment at the nearer end plus twice the rotation contribution at the nearer end and rotation contribution from the farther end. In these two only changes happens. So, the final end moment at the nearer end is equal to final end moment at this nearer end is equal to fixed end moment at the nearer end twice the contribution moment at the nearer end and one time the contribution at the farther end. So, summation of all this will give me the output of the support moment. So, in generally, we will evaluate the support moments as the final answers in the tables or the final outputs. But here, again some formula is there. This formula only will give us the support moments. Okay. So, the end moments of the continuous girder may be determined as, see here, originally the fixed end moments were there. Original fixed end moments we have written like this, and rotation contribution, twice the rotation contribution. Twice the rotation contribution at the nearer end I should have to add. Twice the rotation contribution I have placed as it is. And one time the far end rotation contribution. What is this quantity? 17.21. See here. 17.21 is the contribution at B towards A. So this is the far end rotation contribution. So I am adding that value here. So summing up the fixed end moments, 2 times the rotation contribution at the nearer end, 1 time the rotation contribution from the farther end. That quantity is the original or the actual support moment at that particular nearer end. Again, at B, fixed end moment. Okay. Nearer end rotation contribution 2 times. Farther end rotation contribution 1 time. Summing up all. Again, at B towards C, fixed end moment. Nearer end rotation contribution 2 times. Farther end rotation contribution 1 time. B towards C. So that's why CB answer is there now. That value we will write. And the summation has given me this. Similarly, at C towards B, at C towards D, at D towards C. See, as it is fixed end moments, twice the rotation contribution at this moment and 1 time from the farther end. For writing all these things, firstly, we will have to develop up to this. So, how we will develop this? Simply indicating the line and indicating the joint names. Okay. Later what we will do? Only we will indicate the fixed end moments above the line. At A towards B, at B towards A. Those fixed end moments we will write. Later what we will do? We will write the contribution moments. Just now we have got as the last step. So, all these columns we will write. What we have got? This value only I have got. This value. So, only 4 values I have got. Those 4 values only we will write. And these 4 values, and at the fixed rate 0 rotation contribution. So that line over. Again, once this line is over, as it is line we should have to do, because twice we have given, right? So twice. So repeated and repeated, like that we have given. Okay, that development over. Once these 2 times the development over, this quantity we will write repeat here. This quantity repeat here. So for the span, this quantity repeatedly, this quantity repeated. Not any portion, only the same time this will write. Similarly, this quantity will write here, this quantity will write here. This quantity will write here, this quantity will write here. So, as the column is filling with fixed end moments, twice the rotation contribution at the nearer end, 1 time the rotation contribution at the farther end. Summation of all these things has given us the original support moments. Okay. So we know the equilibrium joint. See here also I am checking whether, okay, we have done so many things. There is no check for us. So we are doing that check now. At the joints, the equilibrium is compulsory. Support moments summation at a joint MBA, MBC. Summation of the support moments at the joint is equal to 0. So plus 63.72 minus 63.73. Some decimal correction. Okay. Plus 89.29 minus 89.30. Okay. Very smaller decimal correction. Okay. Okay. So if you give even more iterations less, this difference may be somewhat more. Right? So the joint equilibrium will check. Now the results obtained are reasonably satisfying these conditions. So the original support moment calculation was over. And finally, with this way, we are completing the calculation of the actual support moments using Canny's method. So, this Canny's method is delivering something to us. So, firstly, what it is delivering? Fixed end moment calculation. Step 1. Rotation factor calculation. Next, sum of fixed end moments calculation. And then, rotation contribution, iteration process. So, with these values, we will develop starting fixed moments. We should know the formula. Rotation factor. Rotation factor is coming from minus half times relative stiffness by sum of the relative stiffness at the joint. Okay. So, relative stiffness of the particular member by sum of the relative stiffness at the joint. And sum of the fixed moments. Once you know this value, you can calculate. And how you are developing the iteration process? Simply, first you should have to observe, is there any fixity at the complete ends? Yes. When the fixity is there, those fixed ends will not give any contribution as there is no rotation. Okay. Those fixed ends will be zero contribution as they are having zero rotation. And later we will start with one joint, and that joint is having something, and any joint where for us there is a formula M-BA. Rotation contribution at the near end. When you want to calculate rotation contribution at the near end, UBA into sigma MFB, sum of the fixed moments, plus sigma M-AB. So, M-BA is equal to UBA into sigma MFB plus M-AB. Sum of the fixed moments and far end moment contributions. Far end rotation contributions. At the far end, what is the rotation contribution? At the far end, what is the rotation contribution? So, those values we are adding. So, first joint, again, second joint, again, first joint, second joint. Like that we will do. Up to which we will do? So, where the upper value of the M-BA and the next value of M-BA should be somewhat nearer. Similarly, for M-CB in the next cycle, these two values should be somewhat nearer. So, like that, at that position, when I am completing BC, where that is coming, the upper value and the lower value are coming equal, at that time we will stop, or near to equal also we will stop. Okay, so in this way we are stopping. Later, after giving this, how we will calculate the actual support moments. These are rotation contributions only. Now, using the rotation contributions, what is the main step for calculating the actual support moment? So, the actual support moment MBA is equal to MFBA plus 2 times M-BA plus 1 time M-AB. So, using this formula, the final support moment calculation will be over. This is the last step. Starting step, this. Each joint analysis will be with this. Last step is with this. So, in this way, we are completing the problem, and In the next class, we will go with some different support conditions, nothing but involving the hinged condition at the farther end. Okay. So the complete right end may be hinged or pinned. If the intermediate supports are hinged or pinned, no problem for us. If the complete right end at the farther end or the complete left end at the farther end, for the whole span it is hinged or pinned, that is a different case. So that case we will solve in the next class.